Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your week ahead reading. As usual, I like to show you the cards that I'm using for your reading this week. So for the weekly check-in, we are using my Everyday Enchantment Tarot. We're going to be using the 8-coin Tattoo Tarot as well by Lana Zellner, and also my beautiful Tarot in Wonderland, cards by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. And your advice for the week will be The Art of Life Tarot deck by Charlene Livingston. And for your 10-card love and 10-card career reading for the week, we are using my trusty old Dark Mansion Tarot deck. Really love this deck. And we're getting your spiritual advice from the tea leaf cards, tea leaf fortune cards, using the astro cards of the career, love and wealth cards. And we're also going to use the spiritual advice, additional spiritual advice, to heal yourself reading cards if need be. All right, sit back, guys, and enjoy the reading. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, stroke finance, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. If you'd like to see a particular reading, so if you'd like to only look at your work reading or only your love reading or maybe just the general reading, timestamps are below. So you just click on the time and it will take you straight through to the reading that you want to view. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, Libra, so we've got your cards up. Let me just pull them down a little bit here so that we can really get everything in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Libra, this week you are showing as being the King of Wands. Nice. Very, very good when you show as being a King of Wands. Because the King of Wands takes charge. All kings take charge in the outside world. Now, because it's a wand energy, I mean, some of you guys, you know, you could show as being at the top of your game. King of Wands is someone who is an entrepreneur. King of Wands is somebody who has lots and lots of ideas, really good ideas, and he doesn't sit on the ideas, but he puts those ideas out into the world with the King of Wands energy. He's also somebody who takes direct action. He's not afraid to act. So, for example, the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. He likes buying businesses up. This is someone who, if he sees something, he likes it and he wants it, he generally takes it. So, this week for you guys, Libra, it's all about taking inspired and direct action, probably in the direction of your dreams. Let's have a look at why you're showing as being the King of Wands energy showing here. Because of the Ten of Cups. Well, you know, tens can mean the ending of cycles. Okay, so, you know, and tens talk about cycles ending in different ways. So that's why we have the elements there. Ten of Swords would be the ending of a cycle in a painful way, or the ending of a painful situation. The Ten of Cups means that the ending of a situation in a very fulfilling way. The Ten of Wands would be that, you know, you've got the ending of a struggle happening here. You've been going through a lot of struggles and you're coming to the end of that. And the Ten of Coins can mean, well, you know, saving money. Maybe with the Ten of Coins you've saved money. You've saved enough with the Ten of Coins energy. The Ten of Coins can also be, if you look at this, contentment is the Ten of Coins energy. Satisfaction is the Ten of Coins energy. This might be something to do with the family. So maybe you're taking action, direct action, in terms of the family. Or maybe this is something to do with finances, money with the Ten of Coins. Because you're showing as the King of Wands, somebody who's taking direct action because of maybe a family situation with the Ten of Coins. Maybe it's a property situation with the Ten of Coins. Maybe it's, you know, a financial situation with the Ten of Coins energy. Maybe there's something to do with an inheritance here with the Ten of Coins. What's your goal for the week, Libra? Your goal for the week is the King of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's in the reverse. That's interesting. I think that it's to emotionally cut yourself off. That's how I would read that King of Cups energy. Because if you're going to have a goal with the King of Cups in the reverse, it's probably going to be emotionally shut down, emotionally cut yourself off, or it's to keep your emotions to yourself. So it's to keep your emotions in check when you've got the King of Cups in the reverse. What's the obstacle that you need to overcome there? The Eight of Is that the eight of, no, the Knight of Swords. I think there's somebody gunning for you. I think there's somebody who wants you to let rip. There's somebody who wants you to make you fall apart, because the King of Cups in the reverse can work two ways. You can either be too emotionally controlling with the King of Cups in the reverse, Libra, or you can be emotionally very weak with the King of Cups in the reverse. Because in the upright, the King of Cups, usually he's sitting on a throne. Usually he's sitting on a throne and it's on waters, which means that you're holding your head in a crisis. It means that you are holding on to your faith. Your faith is keeping you afloat when you get the King of Cups in the upright. This is somebody who is emotionally very, not just an emotional intellect, but also because kings are ruled by, they're underpinned by earth energy. So earth is foundation. Okay, so King of Cups is, you know, he's sort of water of earth. You know, this is somebody who is emotionally controlled, and they are rooted in some very practical, some very kind of stable and secure energy. And in the upright, this is somebody who is emotionally quite secure within themselves. But in the reverse, this can be somebody who is emotionally quite insecure. And so it can work two ways, where you can either be too overly controlling, i.e. I'm not opening up, or you can be too emotionally kind of insecure and you can cry at any moment. You know, you can really let your emotions overwhelm you. And it feels to me that somebody is trying to get you to do the other thing here, Libra, because your goal is the King of Cups in the reverse. So your goal would be the other side of the King of Cups in the reverse, whereby your goal is to remain completely emotional. It's almost like wearing a poker face with the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, because he can be a very emotionally manipulative individual. So he knows how to manipulate his own emotions. He knows how to, you know, be extraordinarily kind of pan-faced, you know, not showing anything, I'm fine. Deep down inside, being the reversal, he might be crying. But in, you know, what he shows to the world is not tears. He shows completely stony-faced, you know, absolutely 100% strength. You know, he's showing that he's not falling apart. And it might be your goal is to show that side of the King of Cups in the reverse, completely in control of your emotions. I think the obstacle you need to overcome is that somebody is trying to get you to show your emotions here. Because this Knight of Swords, can you see how he's going in with the sword into this here? He's going in because the sword wants to tear apart what's going in here. Can you see that? If you look at this card here as well, can you see how it's got tears? But in the reverse, there's no tears here at all. They're all being held up. They're all being held back. So your goal is to hold back your emotions, but this person's trying to get you to open up here with the Knight of Swords. But I don't think they're trying to get you to open up in a good way. I think this person's trying to provoke you, because the Knight of Swords with his swords can definitely provoke. He's trying to tear into your soul, I think. And I think that the obstacle you need to overcome is that there is somebody here, this Knight of Swords, which in effect, Libra, can be the bully of the tarot, is trying to provoke you to open up, even though you're trying to keep a stiff upper lip about things. What could you be achieving by the end of the week? The 10 of Wands in the reverse. So you could be achieving finally letting go of the pressure. I mean, it might be finally by the end of the week you're able to open up, truly open up with that 10 of Wands in the reverse. Because if you think, it must be quite pressurizing, in fact, with that King of Cups reversed, to, especially the goal is to hold on to your emotions, especially when you've got somebody who's trying to get you to, you know, to fall apart. I mean, it might be by the end of the week what you actually achieve with the 10 of Wands is letting go of the pressure, maybe of this individual here, potentially here. Well, let's have a look at what you need to avoid. Oh, look what showed up again. King of Cups, but in the upright through the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. You need to avoid the King of Cups energy. I think that you need to avoid with this King of Cups energy and this feels to me, it's not about emotion. It almost feels like it's being nice or being pleasant. I don't know, it feels like that to me, because your goal is to do this, and you need to avoid this. So it's the same card, different decks, same card, but one is upright, one is reversed. Your goal is to hold back the tears, hold back on emotions. But you need to avoid doing the King of Cups energy. So again, the King of Cups in the reverse, in the upright, is holding back as well. But he's not overly controlling anything. He's just kind of, when he's in the upright, he's more easy. So he's more like, you know what? Yeah, this has happened, but you know what? I'm going to be okay through it. Because emotionally, he is very solid. He's very solid and very secure in his feelings. Whereas this guy here is not solid and secure in his feelings, but he can definitely put the poker face on. He can become almost magician-like. He can present a face of the world when deep down he's feeling a certain way. And I feel that this is the true you, because your goal is to really hold back those tears. You don't want to show anything because you've got a bully after you that's trying to make you feel like shit, and they're trying to make you cry, but you're like, no, my goal is not to cry, even in the face of the adversity of the Knight of Swords, the bully who's trying to provoke me, who's trying to make me cry. But you need to avoid the King of Cups energy, almost being too, it almost feels like you need to avoid, I feel, being too blasé about the whole thing, if that makes any sense with this King of Cups. What do you need to embrace? The Four of Wands, though. So you need to embrace the Four of Wands. Celebration. There's going to be success. Initial stage. The first stage of success. You need to embrace that. The initial stage of this situation is going to bring a success. Four of Wands energy. Maybe you need to embrace family. Maybe you need to embrace spending time with family, maybe with that Four of Wands. It's an interesting reading. I wonder who this Knight is. I think this is somebody who's in the family, though. Because it just feels like you this week with the King of Wands energy, it feels like you're taking direct action. You're using, because they're intuitive cards as well, or the Wand card. So it just feels like you're taking direct action. You've said, it almost feels like you're saying enough is enough with the King of Wands. And you're taking this direct, fire-inspired action. I think it's to do with a member of the family, the Ten of Coins. I think it's to do with somebody in the family. And I think that this person within the family is the bully. And they're trying to get you to kind of, you know, break down. They're really trying to break you down with that Knight of Swords going into the King of Cups. But your goal is to have a stiff upper lip with the King of Cups in the reverse. You're not going to break down here. And you might, by the end of the week, achieving losing, letting go, or being able to let go of some of the pressure. Maybe if this person leaves or goes, maybe you'll be able to then let it all out. But you need to avoid doing the King of Cups energy. It's interesting because these are two very similar energies. They're both really nice energy, but you need to avoid doing the King of Cups. It almost feels like it's still the stiff upper lip here. But it's an interesting reading. I'm going to try and clarify what it means by unique, because I think we need to clarify on that card, because these aren't opposing to each other. They're both really nice energies, but somehow you need to avoid doing the same thing that you're doing here. But this is in a lesser way. This is more naturalistic with the King of Cups in the upright. This is a put on with the King of Cups in the reverse, and your goal is to put on the face of being okay, not breaking down, and yet you need to avoid kind of doing what's most natural to you. Interesting here with the Four, with this card here. What do you mean? Actually, I'm going to embrace what it means by this. Ask to clarify. What do you mean that Libra needs to embrace the Four of Wands? Because you need to avoid this and embrace this. I actually feel, come to think about it, that this represents people around you. All right? It almost feels like you need to, because it feels like with that King of Cups that you're doing this on your own. So with the King of Cups, he's kind of like the type of person that says, you know, I'm going to weather the storm and I'm going to weather it on my own. All right, I'm just going to, because you need to avoid, I think that even though we see this person who's embracing all these kids and the dog and everything like that, it doesn't feel, because they feel too similar in energy. You've got lots of people on the cards and it's a really nice scene, and yet you need to avoid one thing and embrace the other. Do you see what I mean? It kind of feels the samey type of energy. So I feel that I'm going to actually clarify, come to think about the King of Cups. What do you mean they need to avoid doing the King of Cups? What do you mean that they need to avoid doing the King of Cups in two cards? What do you mean that Libra needs to avoid doing the King of Cups in two cards in the upright? Right, so you've got the Ace of Swords, communication, Queen of Cups, energy. Showing here, communicating your feelings. So I think you do need to actually avoid communicating your feelings in this energy here. It's talking about communicating your feelings, because it would make sense now to say it like that, because you needed to, your goal was to hold, have the stiff upper lip, not let any of your feelings out with the King of Cups in the reverse. Though somebody's trying to push you to do that. The obstacle is actually that somebody's trying to push you to open up. So actually this isn't a bad person, is it? Sorry, 14 minutes in and I've just realised that the Knight of Swords actually isn't bad in this reading, Libra. Sorry. This person, the obstacle is somebody's trying to push you to open up. But it's telling you to avoid the King of Cups opening up, talking about your feelings. You do need to avoid talking about your feelings. It looks like it's really weird. Actually, this person might not be so good then. Sorry. I feel that there's somebody who's trying to push you to open up, but it might be that they're not they're pushing you to open up for all the wrong reasons, because this area here is telling you to avoid doing that. So even though somebody's trying to push you to open up on your feelings and you're saying, no, my goal is not to share my feelings, not to open up because I've got somebody who's pushing me to do that. Hopefully there's nothing about money or any underhanded behaviour, because the Knight of Swords can be an officer of the law. Maybe this is somebody from the law trying to push you to tell the truth, to open up about something you won't open up about, maybe something to do with finances. But it's telling you not to open up here, it's telling you not to speak, not to talk about your feelings, okay? And you need to embrace the Four of Wands. Happiness, just feeling happy. And what do you mean they need to embrace the Four of Wands? What do you mean? What do you mean that Libra should embrace the Four of Wands in 2 cards? It means, right, so the Five of Cups is sadness, loss, disappointment, Five of Cups energy. 6 of Coins in the reverse. So 6 of Coins in the reverse means a financial loss or a lack of support. So it's saying it means, I think you need to accept something about not being supported or not getting something. 6 of Coins is a lack of money, not getting paid, not getting supported. I think you need, and the Five of Cups there, it's almost like it's, even in the upright, it means to accept. So I feel that you've got to accept there is, that there is going to be a lack of support here. Four of Wands, so you need to embrace the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is security and stability. I think it's embrace something in the home. And it's saying that what's in the home is that you're not going to get the support that you're looking for. So what I feel is saying, we're going to read all this together. Let's get this card here, then we'll put it all together, Libra. So if you need, oh God, look, you've got this, God, jeez. This gets better and better, doesn't it? If you need support, go to the Ten of Coins. It's family members again. But then there's something here that you're angry about. In this area here. Let me see. What do you mean they need to go to the Ten of Coins? What do you mean they need to go to the Ten of Coins if they need support and advice? Show me in 2 cards. There's definitely something family orientated. You've got another 10. You've got like 3 10s in the reading. Changes of cycle of the 3 10s. Ooh, 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. It means you need to, because I was saying that if you need support and advice, you need to go to the Ten of Coins, it would be family. And I said, what do you mean they need to go to the Ten of Coins? It almost feels like you need to surrender to someone here. The Ten of Swords is to surrender to the 5 of Swords. Somebody who's got the upper hand. If you need support, go to... It's a really complex reading, and some of you guys aren't going to agree with the reading. But remember, life is nuanced, and not everything is cut and dried. And we're not always going to win everything that we want. And sometimes you have to kind of, you know, kind of kneel on your sword and say, my liege, you know... Okay, you've won, so what can you give? Because it might be that you need something from someone that you don't necessarily, but it might be that you have to accept that something is not won here. That's what I'm getting from the reading, Libra. It might be that you have to accept that you've not won something here, and you're going to have to just accept it and go to the very person that you didn't really want to go to. What I'm getting here is that you are the King of Wands. It almost feels like you've had enough, Libra. It looks like you're definitely looking at taking action. Direct action. It's almost like, because you're a king, you're a warrior, so you're taking a direct action concerning maybe a family member with the Ten of Coins energy. It's about a family member. It might be about money. It might be about a family inheritance. You're taking direct action. Something to do with the family inheritance, that type of thing. It might be something financial within the family. Your goal for the week is not to open up, not to share your feelings, but you need to overcome the obstacle that you've got somebody here who wants to know about how you're feeling. I don't think it's for your purpose. I think it's more theirs. The Knight of Swords. This is somebody who is quite arrogant, quite bullyish. He's got the sword, he's going in, and the obstacle that you need to overcome is that though you're not willing to share and open up about a situation here, connected with the family or connected with finances in the family, somebody wants to know. They want information from you, being that Knight of Swords energy. By the end of the week, you could be, with the Ten of Wands in the reverse here, being able maybe to shrug this into... But I get the impression by the end of the week, you could find a way to shrug whoever this Knight of Swords is off with that Ten of Wands in the reverse. Avoid communicating how you feel. The King of Cups is what you need to do. So you need to avoid the King of Cups. So avoid kind of saying, you know what, maybe I should share. Because this is you saying, I'm not sharing a thing. I am determined, you say. My goal is I'm not going to share any information at all. King of Cups in the reverse. I'm going to hold back on sharing anything at all. Any of my feelings on this, I am not saying a word. Though I've got somebody who wants me to open up, I will not open up. But it might be when you're sitting back and you think, well, maybe I should say something. But the universe is saying, well, don't do it. Because this is you in more of your calm. This is why I was saying the King of Cups in the upright is more calm. This is you more in your calm stage. calm status here, Libra, which says, maybe I should speak my feelings. Maybe I should actually say something here. But the universe is saying, don't do that. And what you need to embrace is something to do with your home. And what it is that you need to embrace something in terms of the home and the family is that you have to accept that you're just not going to get anything out of this, all right? So you need to accept. I think you need to avoid sharing your feelings, because you need to accept with the Four of Wands energy here that within the home, even if you share your feelings, about the situation, you're gonna lose. Five of Cups energy. You're going to be very disappointed with the Five of Cups energy. So even if you share your feelings on whatever this is to do with the home, to do with finances, to do with money, you're going to lose. You're not going to, you're going to be very disappointed in the end, because the whole point of you saying, well, maybe I should share my feelings on this, is because you're wanting to get something back from it, because you're saying, well, this person wants me to open up, well, I'm determined not to open up. But then when you sit back, you say, oh, maybe I should open up, because maybe this person here who wants my information or wants me to tell them how I truly feel, maybe they've got something to give. But the universe says, no, don't do that. Don't share your feelings. Don't open up on those feelings, because you need to embrace that within the home, the Four of Wands. No, actually, let's call it not the home, success. You need to embrace Four of Wands energy, that this is something to do with success, initial success. Four of Wands, it's saying embrace that this initial success you're hoping for, if you open up on how you feel here, Libra, unfortunately, you're going to be very disappointed, because you're not going to get anything from it. Six of Coins reverse, whether it's payment, whatever it is, support, whatever, you're just not going to get anything from it. So you might as well just go to the original plan of the King of Cups in the reverse. If you need advice or support, go to somebody who's a family member. Ten of Coins energy here. And it's saying that this is about the Ten of Swords. You're going to have to surrender to the Five of Swords. I think you're going to have to surrender and say, well, surrender to the idea or the fact that, you aren't in a position here of power. So you're going to have to go to someone anyway within the family. Because it just feels like to me you're fighting against somebody in the family here. It looks like it's for money or something. I know it's a really weird reading, but it feels like you're fighting against someone within the family. It looks like it's about money, that type of thing. It looks like people are trying to get information from you that you're not willing to give. But then you think, well, if I give it, I'm going to get something out of it. But you don't get anything out of it. So it may be whoever it is that you're fighting against, maybe you need to go back to that very same person. Because you might as well just surrender to the fact that, you're in a, you're not in a position here to kind of barter. You're not in a position here to barter on something here. Maybe you're just going to have to go and accept that you're in a position where you can't barter, and where you're going to have to go maybe to the very people that you're fighting with and ask for their support. It's a weird reading, I know, but that's what I'm getting from it. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is. What is the advice that you have for Libra on this reading? What is the advice? What is the advice that you have for Libra on this reading? Show me. The advice is the Hierophant. Okay, rules are not necessarily sacred, but principles are. All right, bear with me, Libra, and I'm going to come back with your work reading. Okay, Libra, let's have a look at your work reading. What have we got? We've got the Death card. So death would be an ending. There's an ending in terms of work. This could be leaving a job or being let go from a job with the Death energy showing up here. The Ace of Swords, but there's new beginnings here with the Ace. There's an ending, but there's a very powerful new beginning coming in with the Ace of Swords energy for work for some of you Librans. Nine of Coins, one that comes with personal security, one in which you could probably be gaining more money with the Nine of Coins energy showing there. The Moon energy. Sometimes this is fears and doubts. It could also be that this isolates you from the Moon, because the Nine of Coins is protection as well. So one that will personally protect you from that energy here. Moons in work readings can be really nasty people, especially, I'm not being horrible, females as well. These can be secret enemies. So this could be, there's an ending coming up and a new beginning in terms of work. One that will protect you from the problems that you faced probably in the previous job. Maybe you've had some hidden enemies. Maybe there's been some, pretty rancid feminine energy around as well. Six of Coins energy. Some of you guys, though, might be doubtful about money. About, money, the money that you're getting paid, because the moon, I think this is more doubtful with the moon energy again about what you're getting paid. So I feel, but it's interesting because we've got a 9 of coins here, which is higher than a 6. This is financial gain. This might be working from home as well, potentially. So it might be that there's an ending from one job and there's a new beginning with the Ace of Swords energy showing here. 9 of coins shows financial gain. It shows financial security maybe comes along with this job, or this could be you guys planning. Maybe you're ending a job and planning maybe with the 9 of coins energy to work from home for some of you guys. Some of you guys, I think that there's doubts and there's anxieties, big doubts and anxieties with that moon. Feels about money, the money that you're receiving here in terms of work. Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is all about a new opportunity being presented. 9 of Wands. I think there's an opportunity though for you to stay where you are. Because I think with the Ace of Swords, this is all about the death. So there's an ending here. Some of you guys are probably planning to end the job. And you're planning maybe to work from home or maybe to run your own business with the 9 of Coins energy. And it might also be that some of you guys are ending a job or you're looking to end a job. Maybe you're planning with the Ace of Swords for your retirement. 9 of Coins. Maybe you're worried about what you're going to receive or if you're going to have enough to live during retirement. Because this can be retirement. I think for some of you guys as well, Libra, though, there is an opportunity here still open with the Ace of Cups for you to stay where you are. So you don't necessarily have to leave the job. Some of you, if you leave, it will be off your own volition. The Temperance energy. So I think that there's an opportunity for you to stay within the job, probably with the Temperance energy while you work through King of Cups energy. Maybe while you work through, you know, King of Cups is like what you love. It's like maybe while you work out what you want to do with the King of Cups energy showing here. Knight of Coins in terms of a job, for example, or what you're going to do in terms of money, for example. It's interesting though. Can you see how the King of Cups has got his cup out, but the Knight of Coins has got the Pentacle very close to him. So it's almost like what you want is not coming so quickly as well. Or what you want, King of Cups with the cup out, will not come so quickly. Because the coin is being very held tightly, very close to him. He's asking, but he's not giving, for example. And it might be that as well. If we looked at these in 4 card sections, we could probably say, well, Libra is probably planning to end their job. Maybe some of you guys, it's starting a new business that you want. Maybe you're planning to start a business. Maybe you're planning to retire in those energies. But I think that there are great anxieties around money being received, like how you earn your money, the income coming in, money coming in. There's a great deal of worry around that. I feel that if you're planning to leave the job as well, what I'm seeing here, Libra, is that some of you guys, there's still an opportunity for you to stay where you are. All right, whilst you kind of work through what it is that you want to really do with this King of Cups energy showing there. I do feel, though, that some of you guys are also really worried, especially if you're planning to leave your job and you're planning maybe to run your own business or to retire, something like that, and you've got all these doubts about money. It might be because what you're wanting with this King of Cups, what you're envisioning, what you really want, possibly with that Knight of Coins, doesn't come so easily. All right, or you know, it's going to take time with the Temperance energy maybe for what you want to come, because the Knight of Coins is not really reciprocating the King of Cups. He's got the cup out. Whenever you get Cups and Pentacles, somebody's asking for money. So the cup and the Pentacle, they're like, give me the money. Give me the money. But if you get something like this, sometimes it's what you're asking for, especially with something like a Knight of Pentacles or a Knight of Cups where the horse's legs are very slow to move. It means it's not coming so quickly. So what you're asking for may not come, and that might be where the worry is. It might be if you say, for example, I'm wanting to leave the job right now and run my own business, 9 of Coins energy here, from home, bed and breakfast, hotel, something like that. It might be that you're worried about kind of the income. Getting paid is the 6 of Coins, income, because what I'm envisioning and what I'm wanting, it might be that it's going to take time to build with that Knight of Coins as well. Let's have a look at what the advice is on in terms of career for Libra. Here we go. Universe Spirit, in terms of career, what is the advice that you have for Libra? What's the advice you have for Libra in terms of career, please, in 3 cards? What is the advice that you have for Libra? 2 and 3. Okay. So the advice is, Libra, for work, the bell. So there's going to be an announcement from a dark-haired woman coming in terms of your career. and be careful, do not take risk. So there could be an announcement, or a dark woman is facing an announcement here. Okay, maybe you're looking to make an announcement. So if any of you guys are looking to make an announcement, oh yeah, I'm leaving my job, something like that, to set something up, be careful and don't take any risks. It's not a good time to take any risks right now, that type of thing. Or you could be getting an announcement from a dark-haired woman. Maybe this announcement involves maybe some form of, creative endeavour, or, business endeavour. But be careful of this and don't take any risks, okay? Let's have a quick look at your wealth, because I always forget to look at the wealth card. If we can find that. Where is wealth? There it is. Let's have a look at your wealth for the week, Libra. So what do you see in terms of wealth for the week for Libra? Show me what you see in terms of wealth for the week for Libra in 3 cards. Let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. What do we see for money for Libra this week? We see for money for Libra, there's an exciting event happening. Broom, new home, new attitude. Lovely. So in terms of, it feels like with money, there's going to be something exciting happening around your finances. It might be that you're kind of getting a clean slate. You're cleaning something up with your finances. That's new home, new attitude. And a rainbow. Lovely. What does it say on the rainbow? The most difficult part of the situation is over. So it feels like for money, the most difficult part of the situation could be over for you, Librans. It involves an exciting event in which you seem to be clearing maybe debt, or finding a way to clear down some of those money worries, that type of thing. But it feels very good for money. All right, bear with me. I'm going to come back and do your love reading. One moment. Okay, Libra, let's have a look for love. What do we see? So for your love life, we've got 7 of Swords reverse. Yeah. 7 of Swords reverse can mean a confession. 7 of Swords in the reverse. It can mean that you're clearing something up in love. 7 of Swords in the reverse. It can mean no risk. 7 of Swords reverse, though, for me in love can mean a confession, or somebody's, confessing something. They're being honest. They're telling you the truth of a matter. So I'm trying to turn these cards so that they are the right way up. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. The Judgment energy. I think somebody's confession, because Judgment is all about holding someone to account. So the fact that we've got a confession card of the 7 of Swords and the Judgment, there's a judgment on some form of a confession being made. So some of you guys might be judging someone for a confession, or if you've made the confession with the 7 of Swords, you'll be judged on it, Libra. Let's have a look at the next one. Knight of Wands energy. I'm seeing a lot of anger here. A lot of anger, because the Knight of Wands can be really angry, especially in this deck. So I'm seeing a lot of anger and judgment here concerning someone's confession in love. It's either you or the partner's confessing something. 3 of Coins energy. It could be third party situation. It might be something in work. 3, you got 2 3s here, so 3s in a reading mean more than one person. So it might be there's a lot of anger here. Might also be that what this person is confessing is that they've been playing around with the Knight of Wands energy. Could be with more than one person, not just you. Maybe they're confessing that and you're going to judge them on it, or vice versa. It could be you that's doing that. Could also be, as well as that, there's a lot of anger and judgment here concerning a confession that's been made. It might be that somebody went outside of the relationship. The 3 of Coins energy showing here as well. 3 of Coins is like 3s in readings can be, if we get another 3, it's definitely something deceptive, but 3s are more than one person in a love reading showing up here. Yeah, there's a lot of worry as well with that 9 of Swords, a lot of anguish. Some of you guys, it's either you feeling anguished or the partner feeling anguished here. 2 of Wands energy showing here. 2 of Wands, 2 people, 2 paths. 2 of Wands energy. The Hermit. Okay, so Hermit, sometimes the Hermit can withdraw, but often it's looking into the 2 of Wands energy showing here. He's looking towards it. He's got his lamp pointing towards the 2 of Wands energy. Hermit energy. So Hermit is an investigator. Hermit is looking into. Hermits keep secrets as well, but no, it feels like he's looking into this. 2 of Wands. Maybe this can also be a decision. You're faced with a crossroads. You're at a crossroads maybe as to whether you should withdraw. So that might be the worry where it is, Libra, that there's worry here because you're at a crossroads as to whether you should withdraw from the relationship with the Hermit energy. not happy with the Four of Cups energy showing up here, but you're not happy to end the relationship, or you're contemplating ending the relationship. I just feel that you're not sure whether you should end it. Right, let's do this reading again. What I'm getting here for love, Libra, is this. It's either you, so you can read it either way. For all you Libra cross-watchers that say, no, it was the Libra that did it. All right, yes, it was the Libra that did it, okay? Let's just say Libra did it, or it's either Libra did it or the partner did it. It's one of the two, all right? One of the two. However you want to read it. If you're cross-watching and it was the Libra that did it to you, then fine. If you're the Libra and you've had this done to you, then fine, all right? So I'm covering both bases so I don't have to, listen to all of that. So somebody's confessing something. There's a judgment being made on a confession here. They're confessing that made with this Knight of Wands energy, Hermit energy in secret, they were playing around. Third party, Three of Coins, Three of Wands energy, because threes in reading mean more than one person showing up here. Also, what I'm getting here is Three of Coins in a reading could be kind of like socially, so social interaction. So somebody was kind of playing around with other people that were socially interacting. Also, Three of Wands can be online. So it might be that they were socially interacting online with others. So somebody might be confessing, it's either you, Libra, or the partner, confessing. There's a judgment on a confession that's been made, that they've been kind of exploring, interacting, Three of Coins, social interaction with people online, Three of Wands energy. So somebody's been looking outside of the relationship and they've been contacting other people. I don't think there was any sex involved in this, though. It doesn't feel like there was that it went to that stage. It looks like somebody was doing a lot of stuff online. They were going online and they were interacting with other people online, okay? Not just you. I feel that this is either you, obviously, whoever it is that the agreement's been done to. It's good in a way that whoever it was, whatever's gone on, there's been a confession in it. That's brilliant. But it doesn't stop. And also this is anger. Knight of Wands is really angry as well. All right. And the Knight of Wands and Judgment, it feels like timing. So this Judgment and the Knight of Wands, this is coming in quickly. A swift judgment being made. All right. Also the Seven of Swords and, this Judgment energy. This is somebody who's confessing like an instantaneous confession. Could be this week that this person obviously is confessing, but there's a judgment being made on a confession here, lots of anger, but also a judgment being made on a confession here that somebody, Knight of Wands energy, was playing around and they were socially interacting, Three of Coins energy, with people online, Three of Wands. You or the other person, whoever it is really upset because Two of Wands energy, really upset, not sure whether, really upset because you're faced with a decision here. You're at a crossroads, you're faced with a dilemma, really upset, faced with a dilemma as to whether you should withdraw from the relationship. But some of you guys are kind of being, you're not happy with the Four of Cups energy here. Some of you guys definitely think about entering the relationship. Some of you guys, even though you're not happy, you're kind of like, I'm just contemplating right now whether I should just end this thing. All right, let's have a quick look at the love reading, Libra, on this. Let's have a look. So, love. What are we getting for love? So, Universe, Spirit, what is the advice you have for the love reading for Libra, please? Show me the advice for Libra. What is the advice that you have for Libra on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Libra? Show me in 3 cards on the love reading. Okay. This may correlate with this may not, Libra. Should give me 2 more cards, please, Universe. Oh. Right, there we go, 2 more cards. So the advice for love is parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. That's not good. And that could be gossip, I guess, as well, showing up there. Somebody's going to gossip in love about all your secrets, okay? There's a cat. It's a two-faced friend, unfortunately. So someone in love, someone's going to gossip about all your secrets in love, and it's a two-faced friend showing up here, probably gossiping. If you're going to go through this, Libra, be careful who you tell. Be careful who you tell, because that friend is probably jealous and they're probably going to gossip about all your secrets. This person's two-faced and they're a shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth as well. Okay. So it could be somebody in work that does this. Okay. Because what I've got here is that you've got, be careful. Please be careful, Libra. If this is going down, be careful who you tell at work especially, because someone will gossip about all your secrets and they are a two-faced friend. All right, they pretend that they understand that, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but really they're quite jealous and they're probably a shark as well. Something about loss of material wealth in love as well, so just be careful. I'm going to quickly get healing. I keep forgetting to get these cards out. Healing with the angel cards. What is the further advice you have for Libra? Just give me further advice. What is the spiritual guidance you have for Libra this week, please, universe? Show me. Okay, the spiritual advice for you this week, Libra, is how teachable are you? So how much can you learn? How much can you be taught about this situation? What lesson, I think, are you learning from all of this? What is the lesson that you're learning? I think that's what the universe is trying to tell you. All right. Maybe the lesson that you're learning is to say what you mean. All right. And mean what you say. That type of thing. All right. That is your... I love those cards. They're beautiful, aren't they? All right. That's your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the comment section or in the description bar. Also, thanks everyone who's bought a year ahead reading with me. Fantastic. If you'd like to order one, guys, they're available till December the 15th. And yeah, that's it. Have a great week, guys. Love you loads. Take care. Bye.